Hi, this is Joe Kempe with the iPod Repair Clinic. I've been fixing iPods since 2003. Today we're going to be working on an iPod 7th generation battery upgrade to a 3000 mAh. Okay, once you open up the iPod, I've opened this a few times, so if you wanted to watch that, you can watch those on previous videos. But once it's opened up, you're basically left with a thin back and standard battery. In order for you to accommodate a 3000 mAh battery, which is much thicker, much larger, you're going to need to update the case back. And the case back for a classic is going to be a 6th generation 160 gigabyte case back. They call it the thick. You're going to need to replace the headphone jack, because the headphone jack that's in the regular 160 gig is curved. This one is flat across the top. So 3 components you're going to need in order to accommodate a 3000 battery. You're going to need a new case back, a thick case back. You're going to need a new headphone jack and flex cable. It's part of an assembly, and you're going to need this plastic piece at the bottom. Now, a lot of people think that this is not important. This is very important, because if you don't have this plastic piece, you run the risk of breaking your charge port. And the reason being, when you insert the charge port cable, it's only going a certain way if it has the guide. This is like a guide. It guides the charge port it guides the charger cable into the port. Very nice and straight. If you're going to put it in cockeyed, you're going to break it. So always have a proper frame, plastic frame. All right. The way this is going to work is that if you look down here again, this is my 7th generation classic that I've upgraded to a 256 flash. I've already showed you how to replace the battery. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the flash drive, and we're going to release the headphone jack. Set this aside. We're going to introduce the new back that's been populated with the headphone jack and the frame guard. And we're going to insert this guy in first. The reason why this guy is in first and not the battery first is because we're going to lose a little bit of the slack in our headphone jack when we do this. Okay, this battery is oversized, so it's going to take a little bit of effort to put it in. What we're going to do is we're going to slot it in, and you're going to see that you're going to lose a little bit of the slack from your headphone jack, but be very, very careful not to break that thing, because you have now less room to work with. Okay, once that's in place, you are good to go. I don't think you're going to be able to use the rubber bumpers, so we're going to take these out. All right, once everything is locked down like that, we're going to reinsert the battery tab into the terminal, and be very careful not to open the tension bar. All you do is you set it on top and you press it down with your fingernail. Sometimes you got to turn the cable a little bit just to get in the right position, and there we go. I got it in position. I got it in, it's waking up. Click it closed. We're good to go. Thank you for joining me on another episode of iPod Repair. And this little guy now has a thicker back, but it's going to make your play time a lot longer. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you on another video.